lived in Nashville for 12 years and owned a catering business. Right now, he's a sales rep for a filter company. His last purchase and his favorite purchase at a yard sale is a convection oven. He can't stop using it. He tries to cook everything in it. He has a very definite sales strategy when it comes to yard sales. He looks for cookers or smokers. If they're cooking food, then he's stopping. More than likely, he's going to test the food, and I've come to find out that more than likely those are good yard sales too. He likes to harass and tease me the entire time. We have a competition that goes on between the two of us. Before we start, we pick 2 items. You have to find those items, and the first person to find them wins the bet. And I won the last bet. Maybe he's kind of faking this illness. I don't know, because he doesn't want to be on camera. But he does owe me a crab cake dinner. He is a great chef, and I love his food. What we do when we do our yard sales is we plan a stretch where we do maybe 100 miles. And we plan at the end of that some type of destination to go to. This last time we went to Kentucky Lake and ate at Patty's Place. It's really a great restaurant. We love it a lot, and it's a great way to end the day. Brian has one fear at yard sales, and that's microwaves. He had a really bad experience. He opened one up, was totally nasty. He doesn't get anywhere around microwaves. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I traveled for 15 years, went to 13 countries, and mainly did military equipment. I was gone from Centertown for 20 years, but I've come back. I had a divorce, and I've had some health issues that have kind of encouraged me to come back here, but I'm loving being back home. I have 2 small boys, ages 6 and 9, and one of the adventures that we're on right now is building the garden house. I want to take you on a tour of it. This is something that my dad has started. My boys and I are going to be living here, and we're so excited to be here. The garden house got its name because it's literally in the middle of a garden. We've been harvesting food here for a long time. I've done some research, and it has had a garden every year for at least the past 75 years. To the right of the house, we're going to have blackberries and an herb garden and a whole lot of corn. To the front, we've got tomatoes, squash, herbs, everything that you can imagine. And the plan this summer is to do a lot of painting and to have a lot of fresh vegetables. This is the front of the house. My dad found this cedar. It literally came from a cemetery about an hour and a half from here. It was planed. He had to hand do everything, but I just love it. All the details that go into it. This very special patio was made out of concrete. One thing that he's tried to do is put as many different types of elements into this house as possible. I wish my front door was up because it's glass and iron, and I cannot wait for it to be up. The light that I found right here, paid $5 for it at the last yard sale. Saw one similar to it at Lowe's for $72 yesterday. As you can notice, we're still in the wiring process. We're still putting a lot of things up, but I will let you know one of my great yard sale finds is the cabinet that's going in here. Paid $600 for it. It's a $2,400 cabinet. All of the walls down here are walnut. This is 50-year-old walnut that we took out of a house that was on Old Hickory Lake in Nashville, Tennessee. We're not going to plane it or anything. It's going to go in here as it was. All of this is oak. My dad actually planed every bit of this oak himself. He rented a sander that was this big and spent 3 nights and days out here sanding. But we are going up to one of my favorite places in the house. This is the saloon. On my tour of the 800-mile yard sale, I will be looking for vintage cowboy items. They're going to go all the way up this wall. I grew up with horses, and my boys have horses, and we're just a horse and cowboy family. So my 6 and 9-year-old are pretty much going to have the run of it up here. It's going to be a bunkhouse, and they are going to have a big screen TV with their video games. But outside of that, everything up here is going to be vintage cowboy. So on this 800-mile yard sale, I'm going to be working hard to find linens. I'm going to be working hard to find rugs, antique pictures, anything like that that's going to help make this very, very Western. We're even talking about finding a tub, like a soaking tub that the cowboys would have soaked in, to put right here. They're going to have their very own, these I'm really excited about. I love to sew. We have glass panel doors that are going in here, and everything's going to be red gingham curtains on the inside of their closets. This is going to be their bathroom, and I can't explain to you what their cabinets look like. You're going to have to come see, but everything in here is going to be very, very Western. This is the man cave. So pretty much anything they want to do in here is going to be game. If I can find some really cool games to put in here on the trip, that will be awesome. But this is going to be their area. They're going to have their own refrigerator. They can color on the walls. They can do whatever they want. Now I'll take you downstairs. They've got a playroom, and so do I. My dad has put hours and hours and days into this project. Pretty much he and one man have built this. It's been a labor of love, and now it's time for me to put my touches into it, and I just want to do as good a job as he's done. When you walk in here, I have to admit I'm a bit of an extreme couponer. This is going to be my stockpile area. Now, I don't stockpile like most of the people on TV. When I get 3 or 4, I go ahead and donate the rest to the food bank. But I do like to do that. It's one of my favorite hobbies, and that's where this area is going to be. Right here is going to be the restroom, and we're building a tile shower in here with dual shower heads, so pretty much I can run the 2 little cowboys in here and have a car wash and just spray them off. The door is actually going to be coming off of my parents' house, so we've got a 30-year-old door that will slide back and forth. Washer and dryer over here. And this entire area is going to be my sewing area with cabinets. So I'm going to be looking for antique linens, anything sewing related that I can put in here. I've never had my own sewing area. So anything that I can find, ribbons, threads, any kind of accessories like that, they're going to be going on this wall. Now I'll show you my bedroom. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of testosterone in this house, and I need a place that's going to be just pink for me. The soaking tub is over here, and I have a chandelier that hangs over it. An antique crystal chandelier will hang here with all my cherry furniture. We'll have half walls done in the walnut wood from outside, and then I'll be doing a painting texture up on the top. Over here is going to be a corner closet, and in the corner closet, that's going to be a door from the Morgan Stanley investment group downtown Nashville. They were going to throw all that stuff away. We salvaged it. We're going to be putting it on my closet door. So it's mahogany, and I'm really excited about that. So anyway, thanks so much for stopping by the garden house. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love to yard sale, and it would be an awesome opportunity if you would let us come on your show and put our excitement of yard selling into it.